Hi everybody, this is Rob and Kurt with Two Brothers Hobby, and today we're taking a look at the Aerobeez 87-inch 30% slick 540 50cc ARF.
Yeah,
big plane, big name, long
it's
name.
changing in front of us as the pine tree drops
As the pine tree drops
pieces
stuff
down.
on it.
Yeah, the Aerobeez 87-55cc. We got this plane a little while back and put it together and went out and did our thing. And this is actually the second aircraft we tested from Aerobeez.
Yes.
We did the MXSR as well. Very similar design and construction methods used, and familiar concepts applied. So we kind of knew what to expect,
Sure.
at least coming in from that perspective.
Yeah.
And we've got a few things to talk about.
Yes,
so let's start with the specs.
All right.
The Aerobeez 87-inch slick 540 is 87-inch wingspan. The wing area is 1,426 square inches. The overall length is 83 inches. The weight, 15 to 17 pounds. As flown, ours configures about 16.5 pounds. The engine is a 50 to 55 cc gas spark ignition. Now we'll go right into the Two Brothers setup. For the servos, aileron and elevator servos, we use the Hi-Tech HS7954 SH high voltage, high torque metal gear servos. For the rudder, we use their big HS7956 SHR with a built-in rudder servo tray. And for the throttle, we just use an HS5685MH high voltage ultra torque. The receiver was a Hi-Tech Optima 9. The radio battery was a Thunder Power TP3800 2S, so 7.4 volt. The ignition battery was a Thunder Power as well, a 2100 milliamp 2S LiPo. The engine we chose was a DLE 55RA, and that's spinning a Majorlic 23x8 carbon fiber prop. The servo horns were the Miracle RC aluminum 1.5 inch, and then we also used a Miracle RC dual heavy duty switch, and the Dubro fillet fueling system, and also Dubro Tygon large tubing to finish up all the plumbing work.
Well, Kurt, when you did the MSXR, I remember you commented right away you were impressed with the quality of the kit itself, the fit.
I think it's the value, the
value
got,
too, but you also made mention of the hardware. You said they're using decent quality hardware for that price range.
Yeah, if you look at the main landing gear, it's carbon fiber, thick,
Yeah.
rugged carbon fiber. The tail gear is all carbon fiber as well on the tail skid or the mount.
Yep.
And as you go down through the aircraft, they didn't get cheap in areas, where they could really cut corners and stuff. And what we're seeing too is the product line evolves. We're seeing better and better hardware in terms of linkage and everything else. The first round we had a knurled linkage, which now we see, a standard threaded or hex
type,
type of linkage, which just improves the quality, improves the overall build experience, increases durability, all those things. So we've seen a lot of things come along. The build, the assembly, let's talk about that briefly, and then we'll move on to the fun part, which is the flying.
Yep.
The Slick 540 comes out of the kit, with all the main parts assembled as you would expect with an ARF. You have to hinge the ailerons, hinge the elevators, hinge the rudder as well. Once you get, it's so big, once you get all those things finished, then you've already gained so much ground on the bench, you realize, oh boy, there's not that much left. But then you start getting into what typically takes a little longer, and that's putting your engine in. Already pre-marked for DLE 55. You can, if you're using like an RA like we did, you can just modify that by bumping those out. I think it's 5 millimeter in on the top and out on the bottom, or vice versa. So simple to get it. It's everything pre-marked on the firewall. Plumbing goes in pretty simple, straightforward. There's a lot of space to work with inside the fuselage. Placement is good in terms of wing bolts and locations. The thing I do like about the Slick 540 is this model has the elevator servos hidden within the horizontal stabilizers. Yeah. So it's a nice clean trim package when you get finished. Takes a little longer to put it together, or you got to feed it down inside of there, but the instructions, which we'll talk about in the review section, walk you right through that, handhold you with pictures and everything else. So it makes it pretty simple and straightforward. Good. It went together predictable. Everything was covered in the manual. They did a good job on that, and it's just a lot of big parts, like any other gas plane, So it was a quick assembly. You'll spend more time trimming on the cowl, and which is typical. You got to cut all your fuel mixture ports and everything else on it, but. Other than that, it's ready. You get finished with the build and you realize it's ready. You're ready to fly.
It makes up a nice looking plane. I mean,
it does.
I've been impressed with it myself as far as just the overall finish looks.
This has been my favorite trim scheme so far that we've seen out of them.
Sharp.
So it really accents the shape of the Slick 540's fuselage.
Yep.
So let's go ahead and take a look at some flight footage, and then make sure you come back for part 2 for the review scoring.